economic permit to operate here in Curaçao as an airline. Mike conosco in comunicazione con il signor Pippen. Mr. Pippen, good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
Fine, and you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you.
We are going to talk a little bit about AVA Airways and Mr. Olivier Arendal promoting the company. How do you know Mr. Arendal? Let me start there. How do you know Mr. Arendal?
Olivier and I met a little over a year ago, actually talking about this very project, looking for some financing, and we got connected and started talking about how to make this actually happen and how to get the financing done, and that's how we got started.
What is the exact name of the company you're representing? The Jeffrey's Investment, is that right?
Correct.
What can you tell us about the assets of the company? Are we the only owner? Are there more shareholders? What can you tell me?
It's a private investment company. It has a number of shareholders, and there are a significant number of investors that are all private and backed by significant amount of money. That we're just looking for the opportunity to put this money to work, and AVA Airways seems to be a fantastic opportunity. The business plan that Olivier has put together is one of the best I have seen in a significant amount of time. And this whole project of this airway in the Caribbean and South America, Central America, much needed. Looks like a fantastic project. We're just very excited to be able to be a part of it and put some funds to get it started.
Do you have investment in other companies? What type of companies?
I'm actually in Central California right now at a manufacturing plant, and so if you hear a little bit of noise in the background, that's what it is. We have an interest in this plant. And so if I ask you to repeat something here on occasion, that's because there is some noise in the background here. So ask me that question again.
I asked you if you have investment in other companies. And what type of projects do you invest mostly?
Well, this is a significant project, and we go anywhere from several $100 million. I have a project that's about 3 times the size of this airline, all the way down to a few $100,000. It all depends upon the project and how the worthiness of the project and how well it's going to return and the value of it. And as long as it's a good project, then we'll certainly take a look.
What do you think about the problems Mr. Olivier Arendal is confronting to get the permit here in Curaçao?
It's a little bit confusing to me. I just don't understand why we're stuck where we are. And that right now is the biggest hang-up, I believe, in getting AVA Airways off the ground is getting the economic permits. And I understand that there are certainly some government regulations or some government hoops to jump through, but it's just been a significant amount of time trying to get that. Some hang-ups that I just don't understand why they're being hung up. So if we can just get that economic permit, that right now is the biggest block we're trying to get past, and we certainly like to get that done. And anything we can do to make that happen is certainly appreciated.
Are you surprised about this?
I am surprised. However, I don't know enough about the political process in Curaçao and the Caribbean, so maybe this is normal. I just don't know. It doesn't seem to be normal, but I'm a little bit surprised. Why I'm surprised is I can't get the answers as to why it's not being issued and where the hang-up is. So if we can just get some communication, that would certainly help.
Did you intended to have contact with the local minister here, the government of Curaçao, about AVA Airways?
I haven't spoken to them, but I have several letters that I've written to the ministers there and support and trying to get some things moving. Certainly, yeah.
I understand. In what manner will you be participating in AVA Airways? Will you be a shareholder in the company, or are you simply financing the project? The project.
Well, the financing package is going to be a mix of both shareholders and obviously some debt as well. But certainly we'll be a part of. This is a project that we want to be a part of for long term. It's just a fantastic project. We're excited to get it moving.
Do you have an answer for the question? What do we think are the reasons that AVA Air is experiencing all what's going on now in Curacao?
I'm sorry, you're going to have to ask me that one more time. I apologize. I just couldn't hear with the noise here.
What do you think are the reasons that AVA Airlines is experiencing what he is experiencing in Curacao?
Why is it so serious back here? That's Olivier, 100% Olivier. He is so committed to Curacao and to that region. We've actually had this conversation about where else we can put it, because it's such a significant project. It's such a good project. It's so needed in the region that where else do we go and still make this project happen? Olivier is just absolutely committed to Curacao, and he does not want to move it anywhere else other than Curacao. He's committed to that 100%. So he's pretty much doesn't want to have that conversation about moving it anywhere else.
I understand. And it's logical that if you are supporting Mr. Arendelle and AVA Airways, that you're right now ready to put the money on the table to get the things running.
We have a number of different sources of money that's ready to go. As soon as the permits are ready, and as soon as everything else is ready, we can get it done.
And the feasibility of the company is on the positive side. Why are you so confident that in the feasibility of the company?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that one either. Can you repeat that for me, please?
Can you tell us something about the studies you did about the feasibility of the company?
Oh yeah, there's several studies that have been done, and actually, if you spoke with Olivier, he's the best one to talk about those types of things and the studies. But in this business plan, there are a number of studies that talk about the economics of the airline industry in general, and specific about the Caribbean and South American markets. Also talks a number of studies that talk about the need of the public and what they need. Economic studies about the profitability. There's some significant studies that have been done and some great sources that's been quoted on that business plan. That's why we love this project so much. It's been well researched, well planned, well put together. Seems to be a significant need.
It won't take long anymore to see AVA Airways flying in the air. You think?
One more time, sorry.
So you think it won't be take so much anymore that AVA Airways will be flying in the air?
If we can get the economic permit and get past the hoops that we need to jump through on the government side, the regulations, AVA Airways will be in the air, serving the area for sure.
Yeah. You told us you sent letters to the government here. When was that?
Well, I'm not sure I should be talking about that specifically, but there are several people I've sent letters to there in the government.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Pippen, I thank you very much for the interview. Thank you for your kindness to talk to us, and we hope AVA Airways will be soon flying with its planes here on Curacao to destinations they're planning with.
I certainly hope so and look forward to coming down there. And I appreciate you calling and having the opportunity to talk. And I want to do this again sometime. I'm certainly available.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Pippen.
Thank you.
Dapat meneer Pippen rato firmer que relacionar com o assunto na India Berco AVA Airways, mostrando disposição para pessoa para necessário para mesmo, so dat interrogatorio relacionado com a companhia e tabisa que estou pouco surprised com o hecho que costa durando largo, etc. Tá em contato e nós espera para den naturalmente tempo cortico portar a companhia lo bem claro, anche ministro encarregado com aviação a mostra que é não por visa e ainda quer que o assunto está durando mais largo que o que lo mestera dura para atender que permite de AVA Airways. Nós estamos pendientes, pues, mira, com costa continuar, nós estamos mais interessados para que ainda não está pondo disponível na América, nós compreendemos que trata aqui da onde investment company, onde companhia de inversão que está ponendo sendo disponível para AVA Airways, tem outro mais também que nós podemos ter em contato com ele, pero para nós um prazer estar aqui para mais que está para atender também de background e o que tem atrás de AVA Airways para atender, que trata aqui de uma companhia sério, nanta bisa, que mirando estudio nanka que dá se tem tour disposição